What up, y'all? It's Chris Weathers, aka Shorty C94, back at you again with yet another episode of Shorty's Sneaker Conversations. This is episode 43, featuring myself and Kicks and Fitz 216, hopefully. So, what's up, Sneaker Vibes Only? Welcome. So, let's try to get our guest. What's up, Swoosh 2308? Kicks. Okay, just sent a request to our guest. Oh, man. So, all right, man. How you doing?
What's up, man?
I'm trying to get like you, man.
Nah, never that. I don't get intimidated by many, but true OG. Thanks for having me. It's
No
a pleasure.
problem. Thanks for being here, man. Really appreciate it.
No problem at all.
Yeah. Well, before we, get started, I always ask my guests, what's the most positive thing you were able to take from 2020?
I think it helped me prioritize my life a lot. I think that being home with my family kind of made me realize what I have, what's important. I had a good year in 2020, man. It wasn't that bad for me. And all those stimulus checks meant more tattoos, which meant more money for me. But yeah, I really enjoyed the time I spent with my family, and it just led into a lot of good things happening in 2021 as well. I just got married, just got back from honeymoon. A lot of good things been happening in the last few years.
Nice, man. Well, um, before we get into the questions, I have to say, definitely got to have one of the best LeBron collections in the Northeast Ohio area. You know what I mean? I see those Mr. Basketball 5s. I see some PE 7s. You know,
I
yeah,
appreciate it.
you
It's
know,
a recent thing too. The LeBron thing is a recent thing. I was pretty much all Jordans for a little while, and then I just kind of started to feel like it was getting monotonous, kind of. And I mean, I still got J's. I feel like every sneakerhead kind of has a little bit of a love for J's. I think it's kind of like, you know, our roots a little bit. All of us have experience with Jordans. Um, but, being from Ohio, I've always been a big LeBron fan, and I was always kind of like looking for my lane in the sneaker game, I guess. I really didn't like being like other people, like that's why I respect you so much. You wear stuff that nobody wears, you have stuff that nobody has. And me as a viewer and a fan, I like to see stuff like that. I feel like a lot of the hype stuff, a lot of the stuff that we all get upset about not being able to get, as far as my viewing pleasure, I mean, that's what you see all the time. You see it all the time. One of my favorite Instagrammers is Shoelius. You had him on the other night. I really enjoyed that interview. He's one of my favorites because he takes amazing pictures of stuff that you never see, and he shows respect to the shoes that you literally never see, and I love that. So I kind of transferred a little bit. I love LeBron's. I'm a big LeBron fan, and they're easier to get. So I've just kind of been riding that wave. It switches up. I'm into different things at different times. Right now, the LeBron stuff is fun. I'm looking forward to the 19 that's coming out soon.
got you. Now, I do have to ask you, even though I'm in North Carolina, as a fellow Northeast Ohioer myself, what do
Yeah.
you think about them getting rid of the name and the Wahoo? I see you with the hat. They'll always be the Indians to me. But what's your
Uh, I mean, I don't know. So today I was tattooing somebody that had a good point, and I was kind of complaining about the name change. And they were like, well, what if there's been like a curse on the Indians all these years and then they start winning once they become the Guardians? I was like, yeah, we'll see. But to me, they're always going to be the Indians. It's always going to be Jacobs Field and the Gund. I mean, it is what it is. Everybody that's from Cleveland says the same thing. I mean, it just is what it is. Uh, I don't mind the name change, obviously, but I'm a huge Wahoo guy. I mean, they're always going to be the Indians to me, but I just hate the logo. I think they really dropped the ball on the logo. Super corny.
Ripped. I haven't seen the logo.
Yeah, it's a G with like the transportation guardian wings that are on the head.
Okay.
That's all it is. It's almost like an Angels logo. It looks like a G with some wings on it. Now, in my opinion, they should have just put the transportation guardian on it. Because we're the only place that has that. So why not run with that? That's what you named it after. So let's, utilize that instead of just, I feel like it was a cop out just doing a G, but we'll see. Logos can change.
That's true. I had to break it down. I'm like, I understand the racial reasons why they got rid of it. I get all that.
Yeah.
From being, because again, I've got to be one of the only people that left Cleveland for a warmer, nicer climate, and I still miss Cleveland. Like, I never wanted to come to North Carolina originally. We've only been down here. But
What made you leave Cleveland?
I always wanted to live here in North Carolina, and
Yeah, because you used to work at Exhibition, right?
yeah, for too long. Yeah, she got a job opportunity that we just as a family we couldn't let that pass. So
It didn't make sense to say no.
yeah. So but I still miss Cleveland. But I was breaking it down to someone where I'm like, if you look at certain cities, like they have sports teams where the logo, like the 76ers logo, it changed when Iverson was there, but it's been the same logo for pretty much the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
The Browns logo was a helmet. The Cavs changed their logo every 10 years, it seems like. So Chief Watt assistant logo that was Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that,
but they haven't got rid of like the swinging fryer, the Padres. Is that next? You know what I mean?
yeah. Chicago Black.
So, so has it just been the Redskins and the Indians so far that has?
I think so. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think. I was talking to my father-in-law about it, and there was a couple teams that we were talking about could potentially have to change due to this.
Yeah, the Braves. I mean,
Yeah, Braves. Yeah, that was it. The Braves, right? In the
yeah.
tomahawk and all that. But I don't know. Maybe it's because it's a tomahawk, but like the old Braves logo was a Indian with a mohawk. So
Yeah, I actually have a hat with that logo on it. It's old.
yeah, best
Old.
logo. That's the best logo for the Braves.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to switch. I'm gonna need to put my
I want to ask you something. So do you go for new releases too? Like are you just one of those like people like you just like to go back in time and find some old stuff?
I do both. I mean, I'm not always successful with the new releases, but
Yeah, either.
the last, I got some Air Max 96 Part 2s that came in the mail today, but I had some Converse at work earlier, but yeah, I always try. I don't try for everything, but you know,
Did sneakers give you access on the Off-White Dunks?
no, they gave me access for the Travis Scotts.
Ooh, that's right. I saw that. I watched that video. Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
so
big hit, man. Congrats.
no, I appreciate it. But
I like that. I like that. It's nice to see that it went to somebody that's actually gonna wear them and appreciate them.
yeah, for sure, man. I gotta ask, with all that you have, you know what I mean? What was that first shoe like? The sneaker origin, like where did it start for you?
97. I was 11. And the Jordan 13. This was the first one I fell in love with.
Nice.
I'll be 35 this year, so I was 11 in 97, and I got to see that second run by Jordan. I got to see him play live. I'm just barely old enough to be able to say that. So,
Right.
he was wearing 45. He had just come back. The game I got to see him live, so that was pretty cool. And then the Answer One also came out that year. But I didn't get into shoes until, later life circumstances. Just I was always an admirer from a distance. all the way back from my mom not being able to afford them to decisions I made in life to, whatever. And then once I became a parent and kind of cleaned my act up a little bit, then I was able to start pursuing this dream that I always had since I was a kid. But yeah, I was 11 when I first really started loving shoes, but I wasn't able to actually start getting my own shoes till 30 years old.
Gotcha. That white, black, and red 13 was actually the first shoe I ever bought with my own money. Not the first shoe, but the first Jordan. So those are always special to me. You know what I mean? I still have that pair. So
Yeah, I that was the, when I, first started getting my life back together and all that, that was my first shoe as well. And then I also these, it's one of my favorites as well.
for sure, for
Uh,
sure.
I begged my mom for these, begged her, and I never got them. So that was one of those shoes that I had to have. I think it's funny as sneakerheads. It's like we buy shoes for different reasons. We buy stuff because we might like the colorway, and then we literally buy stuff that we might not wear a lot, but we feel like we need to have it just because we remember what it did for us as kids. And I swear, still, like picking up this shoe now, it still does the same thing it did for me when I was 10. So
Sure.
it's pretty cool. I mean, there's so many aspects to buying sneakers and different lanes. So it's pretty cool. I know a lot of people get frustrated with the way the game is right now, and copping new releases and stuff gets really difficult. But as long as you find your lane, you find some part of sneakers that's still fun for you. Otherwise, what's the point?
Sure, sure. Now, with you being in Northeast Ohio, not being where I'm from, I have to ask, where, if you get any shoes locally, where do you go to get your shoes now?
I don't get anything locally. I can't. I can't because I tell you what, too, exhibition is something too. I've everything over the last 2.5 years, and I've never hit once there, not once. Even the ones you got to pay for, I'll think that might help me. It doesn't, so I'm done with that. And then all the, every once in a while at South Park Mall, I'll hit on Foot Locker, but for the last year, I haven't been able to hit anything on the Flex app, not once.
Yeah, I was actually because my last job in Cleveland before we moved down here, I was manager of the Foot Locker in Richmond. You know, uh,
Okay.
and I was there when they rolled out FLX, and it just wasn't like how the old Foot Locker rewards was. Me
Yeah,
and my dude, you follow Shoe Shane?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, like he and I were the managers there, like last summer. Um, and we used to talk about all the time how the FLX app just wasn't really that, customer friendly. It was not easy to use and didn't really work out because we used to have to enter a lot of times like customers.
Yeah.
So
I heard a podcast a couple weeks ago, and they were interviewing a guy from Foot Locker, some higher up, and he was explaining how the head starts don't do anything for you, really. He was like, you're basically just wasting points. He said, you're not going to really hit shoes unless you have over like 3 million points. And the people with that many points don't need to put head starts in. And I was like, are you kidding me? So I just gave away my points for a year for nothing, pretty much. It's sad. It's sad. So I don't know. I do kind of good. I do pretty good on like concepts and stuff, but for the most part, I just have to be picky and choosy because everything is pretty much resale now. As much as I hate to say it, I just have this amount that I'm willing to pay over it. And if I can't, I just can't. If it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense. And usually I'll just trade for stuff because I've accumulated so much over the last couple of years. If I really want it, I'll just get rid of some stuff.
got you.
But yeah, I
Now,
don't luck, man.
got you. Now, back in the day, like when you first started copping, your own sneakers, where did you grab them from?
It was mostly online like that. Like I said, I was kind of late to the party. So by the time I got into it, there wasn't any more standing in line really. It was really it's mostly been online. I don't, and that was what was really unfortunate that, you know, it took me so long to get into the game because I wasn't really able to establish those relationships that a lot of guys have. Um, I've been able to meet certain people through Instagram, certain people through tattooing, but I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, this day and age, like plugs don't really exist anymore. Everybody's getting their money. You know, I mean, you're not really helping me out none. You're not doing much more for me other than me not having to wait for you to ship it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
really it. I mean, it's sad. So I don't know. It
Yeah.
just is what it is.
I hate that we weren't acquainted when I was still, with, because next an exhibition, it's the same company, but it's still split. Like I still had some leeway with on the next side where I could, look out for people and stuff like that. I didn't know you, back then, so
Yeah.
you know, out
Yeah.
because I was from 12 to 17, so I was there for a little while.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. I just missed you.
All right, now with all the shoes you have, you know, what's like your go-to shoe where you like, I'm gonna fuck them up today with this? Like, is there a shoe like that you have?
Uh, well, I mean, I don't know if you experience this, but you know, in our area, there aren't a whole lot of sneakerheads. So I don't know if it's the weather or if what it is. Uh, but honestly, the stuff that breaks people's neck around here is the stuff sitting on shelves. It's
Okay.
cool colorways and stuff. But you know, I wear stuff just for me personally because most of the time when I wear what I consider is, you know, heat, I don't even get a second look. People don't even know what they are. But if I really want to snap everybody's neck, I mean, these are just a good go-to. I wear these all the time. One
All
of my,
right, that's
you know, I mean, you just can't lose with that shoe. I mean, it's got the bright color, it's got the textures. I mean, the people that don't like shoes like that shoe,
yeah.
and it's my favorites of all time. So I wear that all the time. It's one of my most worn sneakers.
Yeah, I'm a person that like I have the original pair of those, but I don't have the red laces. I've just got the
Oh,
green and without the red laces.
yeah, the red laces make it, man. I was so happy they retro those.
Mm,
I actually got those for retail.
nice,
Yeah,
nice.
Kicks Lounge in Akron. It
Yeah.
hit on a raffle, and that's probably the last thing I got for retail.
Okay. Yeah. To anybody watching from the Cleveland area, Kicks Lounge is like a secret go-to. I don't know why there aren't any stores in actual Cleveland, but
Mm-mm.
Akron, Youngstown, Kent.
Yeah, that one over there in the Hawkins Plaza is where it's at.
Yeah. Yeah, my dude Eugene works there. Um,
Good people in there.
yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Now, when you're buying a shoe, we've touched on nostalgia, but is there any other thing that really influences your, purchasing of the shoes?
Uh, I'm a big sucker for green, so green is always attractive to me. Anything that's green. I love orange and blue, like the retro Cavaliers colors.
Sure.
And yeah, I don't know, man. I see. I have such I love everything. That's what makes it so hard for me. Is it makes me have to be selective. Is a lot of sneakerheads like to just go for one type of shoe. I mean, I have everything. So I don't know. Whatever speaks to me.
I
You know,
got
you
yeah.
get to that point where it's starting to get difficult because you pick out an outfit and now you got 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 15 different pairs that go with that outfit. So I mean, lately I've kind of practiced, you know, coming downstairs and actually like in the morning, you know, when the shoes are dropping, I kind of like hang out in here and kind of like, do I really need these? You know, because you know I look around and I got 25 pairs of purple shoes. Do I really need these?
No, I played that before a game. It's tough, man. And then it's like if you let one go, then you start thinking all the shit you could do with it after it's gone. Like, damn, I should have.
And to touch on that, I tell you what, when I first started in this, I used to go for everything because I thought I could just sell it. You know, what's the big deal? We can just sell it. Man, selling shoes by yourself, independently, sneaker by sneaker, is so difficult, in my opinion. you get people haggling you for prices all the time. Like you just got to ship it. And you got to go through all this work just to make like, what, $80, $100. It's just not worth it to me. So if I don't think I'm going to wear it, then I don't even go for it. And, my family's expanding. We want to have more children. So I'm inevitably going to have to get a bigger house. So
Sure.
I'm at that point now to where, looking around this room, like, I'm not as much as coming in as it used to because I'm more focused on getting a bigger castle.
I got you. I got you. Now, I do have to ask, what size do you wear?
It depends on the shoe, like 10.5 to 11.5.
Okay. Okay.
Why? What's up?
No, I'm like that. I'm like 10.5 to 12. I mean,
Yeah.
you.
Oh, so if you're getting rid of something, I can get it, right?
Well, I was gonna ask you the same thing.
Right?
So, nah, I can't really do 10.5 anymore. It's just you usually got to be 11. If it's an older shoe.
I can only do 10.5 in Jordan 1s. That's it.
Okay. Okay.
That's
Yeah.
it. I don't know what it is about my foot, but I can almost damn near pull off a 10 in a Jordan 1. I mean, it's a little snug, but it looks better on my feet because I feel like Jordan 1s, the smaller they are, the better they look. But I usually I'm one of those people that likes to have some room. I like to wear my sneakers kind of loose. So, you know, my sneakers are a little baggy, you know what I mean? I like to have a little wiggle room.
I like my shoes to be roomy too.
Yeah.
Um,
Mostly 11 though. It's just with like performance models like Kobe's and LeBron. Sometimes I need to go a half size up because they're so narrow.
oh yeah, if I get anything like that, it's got to be a 12 for me. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, for sure. I got a couple 12s in here, just super skinny shoes.
Yeah, yeah, because I have like working for Converse, I have to wear Converse shoes when I'm working. Chucks, run big, so most of my Chucks are 10 and a
You
half.
can't wear Nikes, right? Even though it's kind of Nike, isn't it?
Yeah, we can't even wear them.
Hmm.
Oh, there's other perks with that, but we can't wear the shoes there. So, but it's cool. I mean,
You
it's
can
all.
get
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
you can get them though. You got like you
The
can
only
get here and
there's,
there.
but it doesn't work on the sneakers app, which is all the shit you want anyway.
Right,
So it's like,
right.
yeah, but um, it's great for apparel. It's shoes that nobody cares about. So
I
but yeah,
buy.
you said,
I like buying shoes that nobody cares about.
yeah, yeah. Like I said, my Air Max 96s came today, but it's as bad of a company as they can be. Exhibition. Oh, you got the 96 Triax. I see you. Very nice.
What
I
about exhibition?
was gonna say, and I'm trying to let that go because I wasn't really treated the best by them,
Oh,
but
really?
I had been tenured there because I was there for so long that my discount there was still better than anything that I've gotten since. So I do have to give props on. Yeah.
So they took care of their employees. You had a pretty nice discount there.
Somewhat,
Yeah.
somewhat. Yeah, I mean, it kind of depended on what it was. It's kind of like it was a lot of shoes that I couldn't, when I first started working there, I couldn't get because they were taking care of NBA and NFL players.
Oh,
So, yeah, like, you remember Seneca Wallace for the Browns?
yeah, of course.
He prevented me from getting about at least 12 to 15 pairs of shoes in 2012 and 13 because we wore the same size because I was a little smaller then, so everything was more like an 11. So, yeah,
He
it
was
was like,
fight that man.
huh?
He was ready to fight that man.
Yeah, well, not even necessarily him, but my boss at the time that was taking care of him. Because I'm like, why are you taking care of these dudes and giving them a discount and they're rich already? Like, I'm here working 45 hours a week.
Right.
Y'all are only trying to give me 20% off of Just Dine hats. Like, you know what I mean? I'm here all the time. So,
Right.
yeah,
Right.
but
Wild. Man.
yeah. So,
That's how it goes, though. All the athletes and all the people with all the money get everything for free. It don't make no damn sense.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I'm kind of doing this show a little different, because I want this to be more like a conversation instead of an interview. Show's called Conversations, but with us both being from Northeast Ohio, kind of taking a different format with it. I
For
got
sure.
about your LeBrons. How many LeBrons is it?
How many LeBrons do I have?
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea.
No, that bitty.
I don't know, maybe close to 180, maybe
180? Okay.
like 100, like 80 to 100.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Now, what's the best pair?
those up top, the orange hardwood classics up there.
Okay.
That was that's probably the most expensive shoe I own right now.
Beautiful.
I know they're so nice, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah. I ain't gonna ask you how you got them, man, but that's a good cop.
I traded like 13 pairs of J's for them. Just like, I don't know. I just sold a bunch of worn shoes that were sitting in a box. Really, just traded a whole bunch for them because I didn't need them anymore, and I really wanted those. I just need the blue suede pair, and then I'll have all three of them.
Yeah, they were supposed to come out with those, and then they just never came out.
Yeah, same with the Christ the King 7s and the St. Vincent St. Mary 8s.
Yeah, like I need all of that. Like the only oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
The only promo sample that LeBron that I have is that Portland PE, the black and red V28 that you could vote on a little while back.
Yeah,
I
beautiful.
those at a Plato's Closet in Cuyahoga Falls.
What size?
They were 12.
Oh, were? Like you don't have them no more?
No, I have them still.
Oh, you do?
The only reason I'm not in one of my shoe areas is because my phone, since I've been at work all day, my phone's about to die. So that's why I didn't come up here. But
I didn't know if I should sit down here or just sit out on the porch because it's nice here in Ohio. So you know how we got to soak up these last few couple good days. You know what I mean?
hey, man, I ain't gonna lie. As much as I miss back home, I don't really mind the cold. I've gotten to a point where I just like driving in snow.
You like driving in snow?
I just like driving in snow.
Oh yeah, dude, it's awful. It's awful. And the worst part about it is all these people in Ohio act like they don't know how to drive in snow.
Yeah.
It's like you've been doing. Your parents drove you in snow, taught you how to drive in snow. I don't understand what the problem is.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
it's wild.
And I still don't like driving in the snow. You know,
yeah, it's not fun. It's not. I'm not looking forward to it, man. I'm not looking forward to it.
And then, I hate to say this because it's gonna make our area look bad, but it's just a fact. In Cleveland, depending on where you are, it depends on, what kind of area you're in, how well the streets are going to be maintained.
Oh yeah, how high your taxes are.
Yeah, like I'm from Shaker Heights, so they used to have that shit like sparkling, like you could almost eat off the ground, but the taxes are fucking high.
Woo. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Out by me too. I have a dead end street out by me. I'm in Amherst now, so I'm not actually in Cleveland no more. So I got a dead end street, and sometimes and it's a beautiful street. My kids love it. They can basically play in the street. There's no traffic. But sometimes the plow guys will forget about it, because it doesn't really go through to anything, and somebody's got to make a call. But yeah, I don't miss those days when you can't even get out of your driveway in those streets in Cleveland, man. It gets wild out there.
Yeah, like this was because the last area we lived in Cleveland before we moved down here, we lived in the part of Euclid that's right next to Richmond Heights. So our street was a loop around street, but you didn't really need it. So it would always be like the last street that Euclid would plow. And what'd you say?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. How it goes.
Last street. And the worst snow we had there was 2016. It was the day before the Space Jams came out. And I had a brand new car that I had just got, so I didn't really have a feel for it yet. And it got stuck in the snow. And I had to leave it at the end of my street just so I could get to, the next morning to do the shoe release for the Space Jams.
Oh, you got the sneakers though, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was running the release, so I knew I was going to be able to I had to be there to work. But, if I would have tried to drive up my street because it was so thick, I wouldn't have been able to do it. Or if I'd had the car I had now, I would have been okay. But yeah, it just didn't work out. So yeah, but I
So have you worked in sneakers like your whole life? Is that, I mean,
nah, I've done a lot of retail, but probably half of it has been sneakers. You know, I've managed at other places, GameStop, Radio Shack, Big Lots, but I have worked at a lot of sneaker stores in Cleveland. You know, I've worked for well, now it's DTLR, but when it was Villa, I worked there for them.
and
Um,
I love Villa. I thought it was better when it was Villa.
oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
I worked there 2010, 2011 after GameStop. Of course, Next Exhibition, Hibbett Sports in Euclid,
Well,
um, Foot Action when it was in East Cleveland. I mean, I've worked for Foot Locker 3 different times, so as a side job, and then the last time it was my actual job. But
I was
um,
disappointed when you told me you live in South Carolina now. I thought, because, our relationship started somewhat recently, so I'm still getting to know you. But, I had thought maybe you were still in Cleveland when I was looking at your page and stuff. I was like, man, I got to hang out with this guy. He's got to be just a wealth of knowledge.
well, I do come back ever so often. So when I come
Yeah,
back, I wanted to try to come back before the winter, but because work has been kind of ill, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. But when I come back, we definitely got to get up.
man, definitely, dude. I feel like the knowledge, knowledge is what's really lacking in the sneaker game right now, and I love soaking up knowledge, man. I hate feeling like I know more than most people in my area because that just shouldn't be the case. So I love talking to people like you that just been in the game for so long and know so much more than me. I'm like a sponge. I just soak it up because, like I said, I like everything. I love the history of sneakers. I love stories. I everything like all those stories you guys tell about waiting in line. It's and the relationships that you maintained with stores and the people you must have met working in those stores. Like I missed all. I missed all that, and I regret it. I wish I would. I wish I would have grew up differently.
I got you. I got you. I mean, well, I'm glad that you're here now, and you
Me
make
too,
Cleveland and Northeast Ohio look good. You know, Kicks and Fits 216. You know, that's a beautiful name.
man.
Um, yeah, but I'll say it's been bittersweet being in the shoe game in Cleveland because, I mean, and I'm not trying to down my city. You know, I love Cleveland. I miss it, but it's still not a sneaker place, and we never recovered from Randall Mall closing down.
Nope, nope.
You know, that
That's
was
a fact too. That's a fact.
yeah,
I,
it never recovered.
I hear everybody say that.
Yeah, because between that and there's a few other places, like the places that made my collection, like none of those places are there.
Yeah,
I used to get a lot of shoes from this place downtown in Cleveland called Family Sportswear. It was like the last mom and pop Nike account in Cleveland. It closed in 2013, but they had been open since '85, so they had like a lot of old stock there.
yeah,
Air City Blue used to be downtown. That was a good one. And when Next used to be at Shaker Square.
yeah. People think I'm lying when I tell them, like, look, we don't have no mom and pop stores. Like, you don't understand how hard it is for me to try to hit things for retail because there's no place for me to get anything for retail around here.
Yeah.
And they're and LeBron, like, you're a LeBron guy. Like, that's his hometown. I'm like,
Shit don't mean nothing, man. I don't think there's ever been a LeBron other than that self doubt Air Force One.
the which one?
Other than that self doubt Air Force One,
Oh, the self doubt one? Yeah, that one's dope.
yeah, like I can't think of any LeBron sneaker that only came in
Dope.
Cleveland. Oh, okay. See, I don't have those. I got the Cavs one like it that came out a little bit before, but those got that coach leather. I still need a pair of those.
Yeah, yeah. These are primo, man. I love these.
Yeah, but
Yo, that faced out one is dope, though, man.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, none of those places are around. And I mean, if you look at Cleveland as a whole, for Foot Locker to be $1 billion corporation, it's
Right.
really one Foot Locker left, 2 stores on the east side of Cleveland. You got the Champs Outlet in Solon, and you've got South Euclid Foot Locker. Whole east side. Everything else is closed because Foot Action is about to close too. So
Is the Foot Locker in Tower City still open?
yeah, I'm gonna be technical. Technically, since Tower City is on West Huron, they count that as a West Side store.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's still there. It's still
yeah.
there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think that most people just correlate downtown with being east side.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, everything is west. I mean, if you're getting something from Foot Locker, you got to go to South Park, or
Yep.
got to go to Great Northern. You
Great.
know,
No. Yep.
so
And the DTLRs are there's one in the Steel Yard, and then there's one on West 130th.
I used to
Uh,
work. That was the first place I. that was the first villa I worked at. That one on
really?
Lorraine. Yeah,
Right corner in the plaza.
yeah. I opened that store. Yeah,
Shit. Wow.
that shit was crazy. The first major release we had there was that fucking that Red Griffey one and the Playoff 13. That was the first like real release I did there. It was horrible.
Man,
It was horrible.
why was it horrible?
I mean, it was the whole parking lot was just full of. It was like a sea of people, and it was one time where I could say a Griffey beat out the Jordan. Like everybody wanted that red Griffey. You remember how Griffies were? They was hot like fire. 2009 through 2012. So the playoff 13 kind of, you know. I saw that picture you posted the other day with them jerseys too, man. It was good. It was good. But yeah, that red, Cincinnati Reds Griffey was still released.
I need that one, man. I can't. So I got look. I got the Reds jersey. I got a custom Reds Griffey hoodie. I got the Griffey Reds hat, and I cannot find that Reds Griffey Max one anywhere. They need. Dude. They gave us the both freshwaters. They gave us the varsity.
Yeah.
It don't make no. And they're bringing those wheats back out that have the white lettering on it. Those are going to be dope for the fall season.
Yeah.
But that Reds one back. I need that Reds one because I can't find a clean pair.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, my pair is, but Griffey's don't really age well. The midsole paint is like shit. So,
Nah, and I tell you what, as far as retros go, most of the time I complain about something, but with the Griffey retros, I feel like they're better. They fit better. They're shaped better in my opinion. Like, so the older Griffies, I have to wear like a 11 and a half, 12 because it just destroys my pinky toe.
yeah.
But with these retros, I can actually wear an 11. They actually fit right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, when I wear that Griffey red stuff, man, I just wear them with these until I can find that Reds Griffey.
I'm gonna be on the lookout for you, because my pair, well, but again, I have some little fine cracks in the midsole paint.
Yeah, these 12 though. I mean, like the older Griffies, I can wear a 12.
Okay. Yeah. Other way. But yeah, I mean, I'm not sure why, because those denim ones and those wheat ones were out in 2016 because I had them at Next.
The president ones, the Griffey for Prez.
Yeah, I couldn't get away.
Ever. That's the best Griffey ever. I wish I could find that one.
Yeah, I wish I would have bought it because it go when I see it, it goes now, and I'm like, God,
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
$8.97 at my store. I was just like, whatever, that'd be there. We had those wheat ones, and we had some all white ones that just didn't do anything.
The good old days, huh? And I buy shoes because I like them. I could care less about resale. So I wish I was around in those days and you could actually get stuff because my collection now would be outrageous.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, shoot, it already. Some of the stuff I've seen, some of those combos, man, it's already. I'm gonna keep giving you props throughout the whole show. You and Julius are two of my favorites. To see. I'm like, man, what they come with today? You know what I'm saying? Just fun because y'all picture Opie looking clean. Like I need to make sure my camera isn't blurry. Julius was talking yesterday about ashy pictures in that live.
Yep.
Don't look ashy.
Yeah. Well, yes, you guys too, and that's. I tell you what, I'm glad I did that. I always said I wanted to take dope pictures and show respect to the shoes. So people like you and other people I respect, they always give me props for my pictures, and just it's just such an honor for these guys that I look up to that've been doing this for 30 years. Respecting me and telling me that my shit's dope, and I love that. I think it's awesome. So I appreciate you guys because that's why I do it. I could care less what the hype beast think, but for people like you to like what I'm doing, I know I'm doing something right. So I appreciate that.
Where somebody asked a question, so let me see what this is. Oh, okay. Julius asked. Hopefully he's still in here. He asked if you have more caps or shoes.
Hats.
Okay.
I probably twice as many hats.
Wow. Okay.
It it started with hats. Like I couldn't afford shoes till later in life, but I was always a hat guy. I always had a dope hat collection. But now even that's getting to a point to where it's difficult. Like you can't get hats for retail anymore. Like they got bots set up to get the hats now.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah,
that's even
Hat Club hats are crazy.
yeah. I just got this one in the mail today. The Hat Club drop
Nice. Nice.
54 All-Star Game patch.
Yeah, that's tight. Let me set the phone away.
Anything Wahoo I try to get just because I know that they'll eventually stop making them.
Yeah, I wonder how they're gonna do that. Because I always felt like with Mitchell and Ness, they would have Indian stuff up, but it would never be like a lot of Indian stuff like it would be for other teams. But
Yeah,
be around since
ever.
'91. It's
It's like
always
all Cleveland sports.
yeah, yeah. Like I think right now the only Browns. I mean, they always make Jim Brown, and I think now they have a Bernie Kosar swingman, but I think that might be it.
I mean, who else is there though? I mean, there's other legends that you and I would know, but
Yeah,
as far
out of Cleveland, who would really know him?
right, we got Jim Brown and Bernie Kosar.
You could throw Brian Sipe in there. He was the NFL MVP in 1980. So
Yeah, but still, I don't know people that would really know who he is unless you're an actual football fan. Everybody knows who Bernie Kosar was because he was practically famous back in those days.
yeah,
And Jim Brown's, arguably the best running back ever. So I mean, but I tell you what, Sundays are fun. I'm enjoying watching this team. And I tell you what, if we would have came away with that first game, can you imagine Kansas City 0-3 right now?
yeah. I mean, and they were lucky to beat us.
Yeah. Are you a Browns fan?
You said what?
You a Browns fan?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, awesome, good.
I'm so much a Browns fan that when we came down here, we had AT&T TV for a couple of years now. Like I never changed, like if I go on it on my phone because of the GPS, it'll know I'm in North Carolina. But if I turn on my TV, it's like I'm still at home. I still get 3, 5, 8, 19, 43, So before I realized that had happened, I was looking at places around this area where I could watch Browns games, like the Browns backers or whatever. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, if I'm off, I'm watching the Browns. So,
How you feeling about this year?
I mean, we're always in a tough division with with Baltimore, Pittsburgh, and Cincinnati. But I feel like we should, be able. I mean, Odell is back. I didn't even get to see the last game because I was at work, but they put it on Houston pretty good. So I think it should be a little bit better than last year. Instead of being 11-5, maybe we'll be 13 and now 17 games. So maybe we'll be 14-3.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited, man. Odell didn't do too bad. I think he had like 76 yards, but I watched his interview after the game. He said he couldn't get his legs under him. He was just tired.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of getting tired of this though. I just feel like I want to see Odell Beckham Jr. I want to see Odell like like I just feel like we've never really seen him like what he can really do. He's never been like a superstar for us.
Yeah, not like how he was with the Giants. And it was like we got Ron went to so it's like somebody that's a national superstar in sports for us. You know what I mean? So
we've never had that.
Not other than LeBron, nobody else. Or if we had them, they were
only LeBron. He's a goat. He's a goat. So it's he's a goat. I don't need people getting mad at me. He's a goat.
Yeah, that'd be a whole other episode. Talk about that.
The most hated goat of all time.
I agree.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited what Lakers do this year, though.
Yeah, I'm Cleveland everything except basketball. I was raised a Lakers fan.
No wrong.
Kind of a circus, but we'll see. We'll see what happens with that.
I'm stoked. I don't know. I'm a little disappointed that I don't know what's going to happen with Kyrie Irving, but I was really excited to see like the Nets Lakers show off. But you never know what's going on with Kyrie, man. He drives me crazy.
Yeah. Now let me ask you. Speaking of him, who do you feel like has the best? Forget Jordan. That's over there. So who do you feel like has the best line after Jordan? Of all time.
The best what?
The best shoe line, of all time that's not Jordan.
Oh, LeBron's, in my opinion.
Okay.
I'm not a, I don't want to make Molly Mall mad, but I'm just not really into Kyrie's. Just, they don't fit my foot right. I don't like the bottoms of them. I love Barkley's too, but it would be ludicrous for me to say anything other than LeBron. I mean, look at the wall. But I also love AIs. I love Kobe's. I just, as far as the amount of shoes that have come out, I mean, he has 19 signature models, and I mean, I would say 11 of them I love. So, I mean, I like maybe 4 or 5 different silhouettes of Kobe's, a couple different AIs, but it's really all just questions and answers. So to me, it is. It's LeBron's.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. The reason I asked is because it's unfortunate with certain people in their lines, like I think of somebody like Deion Sanders or Charles Barkley, Scottie Pippen. A lot of those guys have shoes associated with them that they wore, but they weren't their actual shoes.
Right. Exactly.
Like the Air More Up Tempo will always be a Pippen, but it's not an Air Pippen.
Exactly.
Same
like the Jason Kidds too.
Yes.
I loved those, but yeah. So, it's always been, LeBron, like the LeBron 6, 7, 8. So once the 7 came out, it really changed the game. But I like a lot of the earlier shoes too. Actually, a funny story, that birthday 4 that's up there, I actually bought that off the guy that designed it. Ken Link is the designer of the LeBron from 1 through 6.
Yep.
And I bought him off of Ken.
How did you rate it to Ken Link?
On a Facebook Marketplace, LeBron Market. I had no idea it was him at first. So I'm asking him all these questions like he's a regular reseller. Then I realized who he was, and I felt like an idiot. Yeah, dude, and it's a PE, so it's got the 23 on it, and it came with the bag and everything.
I was about to ask you if it came with the bag, because
yeah,
there right now, because he ain't got the bag.
You buffering?
Yeah. Whew. Yeah. That's one pair that has eluded me several times. And then, what is that, the MVP 10?
Can you see the 23 on it?
Yeah, I can see it. Oh, man. So, after my wedding anniversary is October 7th, after, my wife and I celebrate that, I'm going to get me a pair of those.
You're going to get your pair?
Yeah, the birthday 4. Now that I'm going to have to save some coins for, because that is, to me, that's the best, what the shoe that LeBron has had. I mean, the 11 was great, but the 10 is my favorite LeBron. And that's going to lead me to my next question for you. What's your favorite LeBron?
This one. And this is a custom.
Okay. But the 7 is your favorite silhouette?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, it's a Bruce Lee custom. Wow. What was the base?
The Christmas 7.
Oh, okay. It's going to have good leather. Wow, those are awesome.
This is my favorite, yeah. But I would say the 10 probably is second. The 10, the 8.
Now, I'm going to say
I like them, except for some of the later models like the 13, the 14.
Yeah.
Couldn't get down with those.
The 9 had some great colorways, but the shoe itself was okay. It was a great casual shoe, not a good basketball shoe.
It's uncomfortable.
And that tongue where it comes up to a point and it flaps if you don't tie it up all the way. But, they're about to start retroing it. You got the Chinas.
Yeah. I tell you what, though, this was the worst LeBron tongue here. This is the worst LeBron tongue they ever did.
Yeah. I've never worn those without shorts or joggers. So I don't know if I could wear them with jeans.
Yeah, you got to wear them with like long socks and joggers.
But The LeBron 10 is my favorite. It's the one I have the most of. I have
Me too.
two IDs and like a bunch of, so it's still a few I miss them, just a few, but you know.
Man, it would be great if they brought the ID back on the LeBron. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'm mad I didn't make more, you know.
Yeah. I wish I got the opportunity to do some stuff like that.
The one thing I regret is I've made KD's, Kyrie's, LeBron's. I never got to make a Kobe. I'd make them, but I would never follow through and purchase them, you know.
Yeah.
Because I know you know what the LeBron 7 Cavs fanatic looks like, right?
Yeah, the burgundy and the yellow pair.
Yeah. So I made Kobe Laker fanatic. That was like a Lakers version of it on a Kobe 7, but I never went back and got it, and I really really regret that. I was regretting that before he passed, but I know now it's not even a relationship with the estate, so we'll probably never see Kobe's again.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't know. Did you hear about those guys? A couple people that got those Gianna pairs sent to them by accident or whatever.
Yeah, I think that was kind of like the nail in the coffin
Yeah.
with Vanessa Bryant. So
Yeah.
it's unfortunate because she was like, "How do these people have them and me and my daughters don't have them?" Like, you know, and I can't even blame her for that.
Yeah, I've heard that Nike is really, really tough to work with when it comes to stuff like that. So I don't know. Maybe we'll see Mambasita shoes or something, but I don't think there's going to be any more Nike Kobe's, unfortunately.
Yeah, and what's crazy is, and people always look at me crazy when I say this, everybody loves the Kobe 4, and everybody loves the Kobe 6. These are the 2 and the 3.
Were you wearing the pills the other day? Were you wearing the yellow pills the other day or today?
Nah, I wore
What'd you have on today?
the Space Jam, the regular Space Jam Chucks.
Nah, I saw a picture of you and your son. You had like it looked
Oh,
like little Kobe twos on or whatever, or the Kobe
oh,
whatever.
the Adidas Kobe's. Yeah, that was just an old picture of us. We were actually still in Ohio then.
Are you
This,
talking Nike Kobe twos? Oh, the
yeah,
one. Okay, I follow you. I follow you. Sorry, I got mixed up. I thought you were like talking about these days.
I love those too. But the
Yeah,
Kobe 2, the Zoom Kobe 2 and Zoom Kobe 3.
yeah. I got you. Yeah, I was confused for a minute. I wasn't sure you were talking about Adidas or Nike.
Yeah, I should have specified, but yeah, that's my bad. Um,
You good? You good?
all right. Well, if you had to narrow it down to 5 shoes in your collection, your top 5 shoes, what would they be?
Like value wise, or like something I'd like to wear. It just doesn't matter.
Your favorite, you know.
Uh, the tens, the Kobe Grinches, the white cement threes,
Okay.
and trying to think. Probably red ones, and I don't know, maybe the Union ones.
Okay. That's a good one.
Yeah,
All
the
right.
blue pair, Blue Storm.
Okay. Now, what's your most regrettable, pass?
Like regrettable sneaker purchase.
Or one that you didn't get that you should have got, and then we can do the purchase after.
Um, One that I should have got but didn't get. So the University Blue ones is a shoe that really kind of got me more into LeBron's. That shoe made me so angry, and it still to this day makes me so angry. Um, I got the shoe for retail. It showed up, and there was glue stains all over it. Then I traded for a pair, and it came, and it had a stitch going through the side panel and more glue stains everywhere. It had like a crease in the toe. Then I got a third pair. Uh, Made the mistake again of doing it online, and it came and it was messed up again. So I've had 3 pairs. All 3 of them, the quality control was awful. and got rid of all three of them. So I still don't have a pair. So I would say that one definitely weighs heavy on the mind for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I've said it a lot of times on a lot of lives. I'll always regret not purchasing the first shattered backboards because I had them at Next, and I knew that
They can't.
What's that?
No, they like nobody really wanted them when they came out. They weren't all like that. From what I heard, from people.
Yeah, I had a pretty significant line for them. I actually think I did probably the best out of any of the Next stores. Because my customer in Coventry was a little different. We used to do a lot of ones down there, but I
You
still,
work on Coventry?
yeah, I Coventry.
Oh, it's popping down there.
Yeah, so, oh man, James Harden, interesting. Um, but yeah, that was one of that.
Did you ever get the shatter backwards? No.
I mean,
What about the 2 or the 3?
I really well. I really think the Next just backdoored all of the 2s because none of the stores got the 2s, and I know they received them. So that's probably what happened with that. And the 3, I've seen people do stuff to it where you mat it and you switch out the insole, the midsole for the low top shatter backboard, and probably how it should have came out anyway. But I honestly feel like certain shoes, Nike or Adidas would be like, "No, these are just too good. We can't come out with these. These are too good." Like they just did it like the black and red one, but it was orange. It'd have been too much like right. They're like, "No, we can't do this. This is too good." So I feel like they pull stuff back.
Yeah, the lows are nice. The lows that just came out, pretty nice.
Yeah.
Not shattered backboard nice, but I mean,
yeah, it's a shoe. I mean, I just at the time I never thought that it would a Jordan 1 would be an unattainable shoe that would be worth more than $300 or $400. Like I just never thought that.
I mean, who would have known that?
Because I always say I never thought the Jordan 1 would be the Jordan. It used to be in the 11 or the 6 or
Oh,
what I mean? Yeah, the 4. So yeah,
it's dying out though. The ones aren't selling like they were. Not the GRs anyway.
Yeah. What LeBron 7s are those to the left of you? Somebody asked that. To the left of you. Are there any LeBron 7s to the left of you?
The pink ones or the blue ones? There's 2 hardwood classics up top, and then there's a breast cancer PE over here too. This one.
Is that the LeBron questions up there too?
Yeah.
Nice. Yes, regret. I had a chance to get those for $60, and I didn't get them. I had a chance to get those and the Kobe ones like it with the purple toe.
I know. I need the Kobe's.
Yeah, those are nice.
Nice. I got the shoe we wore in high school too. I liked it. I got a lot of different stuff.
Woo! Yeah, I remember him going through the layup line with those. Yeah,
right. I went to his senior year. I was at the All-American game. Him and Melo.
Oh, the McDonald's joint.
Yeah. So that was the first time I got to see him live.
Gotcha. Yeah, the first time I saw him was at the first home game. We wore the first games, so I keep the ticket in the box with him. Because I'm too afraid to wear them at this point because I've had a lot of LeBron separate on me from that era. So
you got a pro card with him?
Mm-hmm.
Man, those are so beautiful.
Yeah, and I mean they mean more since I was there. Because technically, like the first game was the game against Sacramento.
Yeah.
White, black, and red. But I guess they should have just said first home game. But yeah, those are.
I only got one pair of AZGs. It's just a SVSM pair.
That's a good pair to have. Yeah. I have all of them except for I don't have the black ones anymore, and I didn't get the retros, and I never was able to get those USA lows that he wore in the 2004 Olympics. I never was able to get my hands on those. But
I'm just trying to get like you, man. I'm just trying to get like you.
Nah, man. I always tell people with the LeBrons, because I used to buy them thinking it was a piece of Cleveland history. Like you couldn't have told me in 6th grade, when Michael Jordan was killing us every year, that we would have somebody on that level playing for a Cleveland team.
No, no. It didn't make no sense.
So, yeah, just buying that. I mean, I really wish they would retro the two.
Me too. Me too. There were some pictures that surfaced of the animal too on IG the other day. You see those?
Yeah, I remember for him, it was in his story or whatever. I really when because you could vote on those when they had that little LeBron vote thing on sneakers, but nobody voted for them. Some tens won, but it was the gold.
Tens one.
Yeah, so
This is that LeBron watch was the most disappointing part of 2021 for me. The LeBron watch was supposed to be PEs and stuff that was never released. We were supposed to get stuff like this was the only good one right here. This was it. This is the only good one that came out. The first one.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest were just 18 lows, which I love 18 lows, but they're not LeBron watches. I thought we were going to get Gloria 8s and Watch the Throne 9s and stuff like that.
Yeah. Because, I mean, they did a really good job his last season in Cleveland with all of those 15s. I mean, I still feel like all of the pairs that were for just him were the best ones.
Yes.
The BB4 Carter,
Yes. Yeah, beautiful shoes. The 15 was a phenomenal shoe. And that's why I was so excited about the LeBron watch, because in my opinion, LeBron's got some of the best PEs ever. And I feel like a lot of the people that dog LeBron shoes haven't seen his PEs. Like all his best shoes have never been released.
Yep.
So I was really excited about LeBron watch. I thought that, he was going to get finally some of the attention he deserves, that line deserves. Like, it's such a slept on Nike line. And, I was pumped. I thought we were going to get a lot of the stuff that I've always coveted. But instead, we just got normal releases. It didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. Now, I got to ask, with you being so heavy into the bronze, what's your holy grail for LeBron's? And then if you have one that's not LeBron's.
Holy grail for LeBron's would probably be the Watch the Throne 9s.
Okay.
Or
for me,
yeah, Throne 9s. I'd really like to have the entire Hardwood Classics collection. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I would probably say the Watch the Throne 9s off the top of my head.
Yeah, for me, it would be a toss-up between the Oregon 2 and the Dunkman 2.
I see a lot of Dunkman 2.
Yeah. It's just to pay the money that they're worth. I gotta know I'll be able to wear them.
I know. It's tough. That's why I trade stuff, because to me it's easier mentally to do that. Like, I just can't bring myself to spend that much, but I'll get rid of some stuff that I don't mind not looking at no more.
Yeah. Oh, the all black LeBron 2, the birthday 2. I've always wanted that one too. So
yeah, beautiful shoe. I don't know what it is. I feel like I don't look good in all black shoes. I don't really own an all black shoe. I feel like I look better in white shoes. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm so short. I'm only 5'7", so I'm like a midget. So, I don't know. Black shoes just don't look good on me. I don't know what it is, in my opinion.
We're like the same height, so I got you.
Yeah, same struggle. Hey, it's hard to buy pants, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pants bunch in our shoes. It sucks.
Yeah. Now, do you have a holy grail that's not a LeBron?
Yeah, I would say probably the What the Dunks is up there. That's probably my favorite shoe. Yeah, I would go with What the Dunks. I really would love to have a pair of Red Octobers too, but at this point, like, I feel like they're kind of like off the grail list because they're just so old and it's so hard to find like a decent pair. And honestly, it's one of the worst shoes ever made. Like, the people I see that have pairs, like the Nike signs are gone now, and they just fall apart. So
yeah, I've got the whole pairs in my hands. I mean, like, I have the platinum and the solar.
Yeah,
they definitely were made better both than the
Red October.
Red October. You know,
Yeah.
not like they rushed it and just threw it out. So
Right. Right.
um,
Yeah. What the Dunks probably would be the girl right now.
yeah, I would love to have a pair of those too.
Yep. Rods.
What's that?
Do you get the P rods?
Nah, man. I mean, out of all the dunks I have, the only new pair of dunks I have are the ugly ducklings, the veneers, the purple.
Yeah.
Um,
Nike gave me exclusive access on those.
man, I wanted them. I definitely did. I don't have them all, but I have a lot of his shoes, so I would have liked to have had a shoe with all of them together.
It's wild how much they've dropped in price.
Well,
They
what are you
were
for now?
600, which is crazy to say that, but I mean they were 1,000.
Yeah, yeah. Last time I looked, they were like 12. Yeah, so
Yep.
yeah. Okay. Well, where do you see your collection going in the future?
Uh, I would say more in the direction of more sought after pairs, maybe more expensive stuff, maybe downsizing a little bit and getting stuff that I really never thought I could own.
Okay.
Uh, but it's really hard for me to get rid of stuff, man. I get really attached to my shoes, so it's hard to get rid of stuff.
I know
So
how you feel.
yeah, but it's rewarding. If I like the feeling of opening a PE, there's nothing that matches that. So it's fun. I don't know. I don't buy a whole lot of Jordans anymore unless the game changes. If the resale market goes down a little bit, I'll get back into J's. But I'm not trying to keep up with all these kids with mommy's credit card right now. I can't do it.
Nah, I'm with you. All right. Well, what's on your radar next? Like, are there some releases before the year ends that you plan on trying to get, or?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely want to get those wheat Griffies. Uh, I'm kind of interested in that Gundam Dunk High that's coming out. That sounds pretty cool. I want to get the cool gray 11s, the patent bred ones if possible. I'd like to try to get those. And I'm really looking forward to the LeBron 19. Really, really stoked for that. So,
Me too.
yeah,
Black and reds, the Space Jams, the white ones. I need all of them.
need all of them. That toe box is kind of throwing me off. I got to get them in hand, but like the GS pair, in my opinion, almost looks better the way but it doesn't have a bubble in the front. The GS pair doesn't have that front air bubble, but it makes the toe look bulkier, which I like. So I don't know. The toe box is throwing me off. I got to get it in hand. I feel like it looks a little pointy in the pictures they released, but we'll see. Could just be the pictures.
We got a question here. You guys find it hard to buy the same colorways over and over again, even if different silhouettes?
I find it hard to buy shoes all the time. It just is what it is. But no, I don't know.
Yeah, it's not really hard for me. It depends.
It depends on the silhouette.
Yeah, it depends on the shoe and the situation.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I could buy a black and red LeBron, and I got tons of black and red J's, but it's just the nostalgia kicks in where it's like, man, Michael wore these again. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be thinking LeBron wore these or,
Yeah.
but I really feel like if I wasn't into sports and attached to some of these players, there are certain shoes that I probably wouldn't own.
Most definitely.
Like on some answer fours, I'm going to think about how Iverson crossed over to Ron Lewis, Staples Center. You know what I mean? And stepped over him. If I'm wearing a black and red 11, I'm thinking of the Bulls and the championship. So it really just depends on the shoe. I look at it differently in the situation. The black and gold LeBron 15 and him hitting the shot against the Pacers, the game winner. So just random stuff. If I were able to get the Nike box LeBron 15s, I would think how he dunked over Nurkic. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
yeah, it's all
Yep.
sport.
And I love that. I love that about the sneaker game. That's so cool to me. You never know why someone bought that shoe or why it speaks to someone. It's dope.
Yeah. Okay. Well, before we, close it off, did you have any questions for me?
I would love to give you a full interview, honestly.
Oh man, well, you just let me know when, man. I don't really be doing anything after 6, so I just be doing this. So
We should get back on and chop it up again for sure.
sure, absolutely, absolutely.
I
I
want
think.
to coming back to Ohio. That's what I want to know because I want to hang out.
Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna do that. Shoot, if I don't get to make it back before real winter, because this is a real winter down here. If I don't get to make it back, it'll definitely be in the springtime because all my friends are still there. My parents are still there. Everybody's there, so it's always gonna be reason to come back. But I definitely got to get up with you.
What's next on your hit list? What you going for next?
Really new release wise, I also want to see about those dunks, the Gundams, but the white and navy or midnight 6, my pair is in pieces, so I would like to have a new pair. My cool gray 11s are from 2001, so I need a new pair of those. But
Absolutely.
it's not really a lot coming out. There's a pair of ones that sort of look like the biohacks, but they're white and brown.
Yep. Yep.
I try to get those, but it's a Jordan 1 and it's 2021.
Yep.
Asterisk.
Yep. Oh, I kind of like those pine green 3s too coming out.
Okay, I got to see those in person.
Yeah, but it's like a suede 3. I mean, how often do we get that? And it's green. It's my favorite color.
Yeah, that's all you. I was about to say you like the green. I mean, I don't think we got a suede 3 probably since the powder blue 3 in 2014.
Yeah, I love the powder blue 3s. That's such a slept on 3. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, at the time I was cool with the dude that used to run Sneaker Steel, and I didn't sell them. I was at Tower City next at that point, and he put them up there, and I was doing all kinds of phone orders. This was before Next had a website, like a real website, so I was doing all kinds of phone orders for people, trying to get them out.
Yeah, it's a beautiful shoe.
Yeah,
I really like the Knicks 3s too. The Knicks 3s is one of my favorites too. Slept on.
for sure. But yeah, man, it's gonna be just a lot of reachbacks, man. I mean, it's a lot of shoes that I still would like to have. So I'm really just looking at trying to get every LeBron and Kobe and some that I missed. Well, that's within reason. You know what I mean? So, because there's a few Kobe 8s and 9s that I missed that I would like to have. I only got some of the Prelude or Fade to Black, so I need to get more of that. What you got in your hand there, man? What you got? Like you got some heat there.
It was a reach back.
Oh, is that China? Shit. China LeBron 8.
Dead stock too.
Nice.
280.
Yeah, that's good. And that's the harder to find pair without the red thing.
Right.
So
right. I had to have them. So yeah, that was a reach back, and that's really what I enjoy doing. I don't lose sleep over the new releases. I like hunting down old stuff.
Yeah, like I can go through each LeBron. In fact, before we close off, I'm gonna go through each LeBron that I'm gonna try to get.
All right.
For the Zoom generation, I need another pair of black Zoom generations. 2s. I don't know if there's a 2 I'm gonna try to get just because it's gonna be up in the air whether or not they're still wearable. The only 2s I have that I know that I can still wear are the All-Star ones. The black and red ones or the white and blue ones is kind of iffy. 3s, a retro pair of the white, black, and red. That's my favorite 3, the first one. So, 4, the birthday. 5, either the white and gold ones that only came out at Foot Locker or the Mr. Basketballs you got right there. 6, the Ohio State, which was a GR that I should have got that I didn't. 7, shoot, any. So what is that? The Miami one underneath or the LA?
This is the business. It's the
Figures.
Yeah, can you see the pinstripes? I know the lighting sucks.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it now. Yeah. Shoot, the only place I think that had those that was selling them in Cleveland was Next.
I picked them up off a collector that was selling his collection on Instagram.
Nice.
8.
So
where you at? 7s? You want 7s now?
Yeah. So 7s. I really need a new pair of Dunkman 7s. Mine are kind of fucked up.
Yeah, mine are beat too.
8, just a retro pair of South Beaches because my pair from 2010 is still good, but who knows for how long.
You can pick them up now for about 300.
Yeah, I've seen that. So that'll be that. 9, the only 9 that I'm really missing is the BHM and the Miami Nights. I have all the other ones that I wanted. 10, the Lavas, the Crown Jewels, the USAs, those 3.
Crown jewels are beautiful.
But I have to have that box.
Yes.
I have to have that box.
I know. I want the LeBron 4 China with the box, that wooden box too.
Man, that was a crazy one. 11, just the what the. I never had the what the. Never got to hold that one. 12, the Cleveland one, 4 in the finals, the yellow one. I got the 2K14 11. I see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 12, just the Cleveland one. The 13, the Friday the 13th, a pair that's not yellowed. It's probably impossible. The out
Yeah.
yeah, the out of nowhere 14. I still need the land 15, the grand gold one.
Mm-hmm.
I need that one and the Hardwood Classics. 16, Harlem Fashion Row. 17. I don't know if there's a 17. I really want.
What? The 17 is awesome, man.
It is. I just because I only got 2. I got the oh, you got the Swag Hammer. I see you. Yeah, I only got the Man in the Arena.
This is the best 17. The Courage 17.
Oh, okay. Because at first it looked like the infrared, but now I can see the different.
No.
Yeah, and the gold. Okay.
Yeah, that's the best 17 in my opinion.
My son had the currency ones, the iridescent ones. I kind of wished I would have got those for myself. So I'll throw that one in there because I only got the Man in the Arena and I got the all red, the red carpet. Was that the Lakers, the 2K?
Yeah, I got both of them.
Purple one too? Shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, those are 17s though. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, 18. I got that second with but I need the first with the 1 through 9 or whatever. That's
yeah, the 1 through 9 and then the 10 through 18.
Yeah, I actually got the 10 through 18 at a Nike clearance store in Charlotte. They were only like my discount. They only ended up being like $70. So I was just like, run it.
Hey, I got cart jacked this morning on GOAT. You believe that?
Really?
On GOAT? Yeah. I mean, I've been cart jacked on like Hibbits and JD Sports and stuff, but I actually got cart jacked on GOAT. So I was trying to buy that LeBron 18 Low Daughters that just came out with the floral pad.
Yeah, those
and
are
I saw it on GOAT. It looks like some seller put up like 4 different sizes. He had like 11 through 13, all for super low, like 105, 110, 118. So the rest of them are still there, but my size 11 and a half came up for 118, which is, retail's 170. So I tried to get it real quick.
yeah.
And then as soon as I got it like in my cart and I went to hit checkout, they tried to pull a fast one because my bill, it went back up to 188 instead of 118. So I almost hit it. I was like, wait a minute, it's 118. So I went back and it said last sale, 118. So literally as soon as I was checking out, somebody else grabbed it. I was pissed.
That's crazy.
I'll find it though. Nobody wants those.
Yeah.
Because they look like an Arizona iced tea can.
Yeah, I don't really do the lows. I do have I have the Sylvester and Tweety lows because my wife has those. I should have got those. I got the Tweety just because they were at the clearance store too, and they were like $60. So I just grabbed them. But
they're so, and I love the 18 low.
Yeah, I haven't had before that. I think the last low LeBron I had was or I should say is the Raspberry LeBron 10. That's what I bought until the Sylvester and Tweety. So
yeah.
But yeah. Now, do you mess with any of the side LeBrons, the 25-5s or the Soldiers, any of that?
I had a couple Soldiers. I recently traded them for some other stuff, but yeah, here and there. I don't discriminate. I didn't start collecting LeBrons until like 7 months ago.
That's crazy. You got all the grails. You know what I mean?
Well, it's because I traded a lot of Jordans. I just had a lot of stuff sitting around, and I don't know. I realized I was passionate about this and kind of ran with it. I mean, I still have a lot of J's, but uh, this is easy. I don't know. It's easier to maintain this, and the people in the LeBron community are a lot more helpful than some of the people in the Jordan community. Like they want you to win. They want you to get the shoe. Like I get people sending me links for like Griffey's and LeBron's all the time. Nobody's sending me no Jordan links. You know
Yeah,
what I
it's
mean?
game for the Jays. I'll admit. I'll admit. You're right.
And everybody's going for Jays. Like they got, sisters and cousins and everybody going for the Jays now. So
Yeah, where I feel like with LeBron's, people are a little more selective. But
yeah,
hey, I'm a proud member of it. I mean, I love.
Brown gang.
Yeah, and I gotta just because I have 1 through 18, I have to get at least one pair because it's certain. Like I didn't buy a lot of 17s. It's gonna come with the corks, huh? It's gonna come with the corks.
You got. I'm only doing good because you're not sitting in a sneaker room right now. So
I that 10 is just you can do anything with that 10 and it's great. I mean, now is that
great.
cork wearable? Because I heard that the cork does something over time. Is it still wearable?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sure. So I've never really had a shoe fall apart. I actually am having this is my first experience with separation. This is starting to fall apart.
Oh, the 76ers 180. Yeah.
This air bowl is starting to come off.
What was that, the 05 retro?
04.
Okay.
I think is it 04? You might be correct. I might be. Oh, it's 04. Yeah, 04. So this might be my oldest shoe that I have in this room, actually.
That's a shoe. Whenever that shoe comes out, I get it every time it comes out.
God, yeah, it's just awesome. I love it.
Most underrated Barkley that there is, to me.
It's the best Barkley.
Mm-hmm. Most underrated.
I think so too.
Yeah. So, well, look, man, I appreciate you. We're definitely gonna do this again. We may have to go live and then not be
part 2.
It'd be something else. We might have to do a run off or something like that. Though you'll probably kill me with all the PEs, but we may have to do something like that.
Nah, but we can do that anytime you want, man. This was fun. I appreciate it, especially with you being from Cleveland. I mean, it's dope to be able to talk about that too.
Yeah, and I like I said, as soon as I know when I'm coming back, I'm gonna hit you up. Like, hey, I'm on my way.
I'm gonna DM you my number, so you got it.
For sure. I'm gonna just I'm gonna hit you up after, and I'll send you some pictures of some stuff I have here that I wasn't able to show on the live.
All good, man. Hey, man, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. It's an honor.
Thanks for being a part of this. Thanks for everybody, watching. We really appreciate it. And see y'all soon.
All right, brother. Have a good night, man.
You too, man. Peace.